Okay, let's have the second question. How is the text laid out or organized? So if we are the writer or if we are the reader, we can determine abruptly if how the text is laid in a certain piece. So what is the type of that text? How the writer uses structure. Then that's it. Then the third one is the overall structural organization appropriate to the text. So um, is this format of a writer appropriate to the text type? Okay. The next one is, in your opinion, are there any sections that might improve the missing text? So um, if we are analyzing the text, if we are the reader of the text, then we can come up to a certain opinion that um, the writer might missing some part of the text or some part of organization that we have in mind as a reader of the text. Then the next one is we have the connectives or transitions. So how the writer use connectives and transitions in the text. So the first thing is, does the flow or progression of ideas in this text seem smooth and logical? The next one, can you identify any clear instances of transitional or conceived elements in the text? Then the third one, is there an appropriate variety of these transitional connective elements? So those are the connectives or transitions in a text. So we have a lot of connectives and transitions. So we better improve our writing or in the connectives or the transitions if we want our reader to understand our text. Then the next one is the language. So how do we use words in our piece? The first one to consider is, what other interesting or unusual language features do you see in the text? Okay, so we have to be creative. That's why it is creative nonfiction, because we might use word or we may use words that are creative in order for the readers to understand us or to give us a sort of spice in our writing. So when we are reader, of course, we will be interested in that kind of writing. Then the next one we have is, in your opinion, does the text demonstrate a varied vocabulary or is it too dry and repetitive? So um, when we are reading a certain piece, of course, we can analyze and we can read if those words are commonly repeated or if that's just a technique to catch your attention. So we better analyze those kind of writings. Next one, what is your overall impression of the text or why? So those are the questions that in order for us to analyze the creative nonfiction writing. Okay, so the next one. So we have here those questions based on the type of piece that we are reading. So in narrative nonfiction writing, we have to consider these 10 questions. Then in informational reports, these 9 questions. And then we also have the argumentative writing. We have 7 questions. So by discussing these features of a local text and making simple references about authors' intentions and their own perceptions using the framework, you can arrive at a deeper understanding of a text by answering those questions based on the type of writing that you are reading. Okay, so that's it in our lesson. So I hope that you got something into our topic. So we have here a clear framework of what should be considered in reading a certain piece of nonfiction writing. So we have here, for example, We have nonfiction genre, example topic, a travelogue of a tourist who went to Karamoan. So if you use informative, you have to give the description of Philippine tourism in that place. Now, when you're going to write an argumentative type, should personal travel be banned during a pandemic? So you have a catch question on that part because you are arguing something. So you have to consider also the topic sentence that you will be bringing to our readers if you are the writer. Now, the next one, you have to provide your purpose, the organization, and then the examples um, or your topic sentences under the writing that you are going to present to our readers. So that's it. So be sure that you will be reading all of the example text here so that you can understand or you can answer correctly my activities that I have sent you last week.